Oh man, so what can be said about the season 6 2010 Alabama State Hornets? This team was really good. It had a lot of firepower. It ranked top 5 in both total offense and total defense, but there was just something missing in the end. This team had a top 5 passer nationally as well as passing touchdowns. It had one of the best pass defenses in the country. I believe it was number 1 or number 2. But run defense has always been the Achilles heel. It even featured a wide receiver that not only was named the Biletnikoff Award winner, but the Heisman Trophy winner as well. And then on top of that, you had the guy that led the nation in not only rushing yards, but rushing touchdowns, while averaging almost 8 yards a carry. But then everything came tumbling down there in the desert. And we're going to get into that shortly. But this Alabama State Hornet football team was not bad at all. But for the most part, they did not play 4 quarters. Most of the games were won either second half, early third quarter, or late fourth quarter. The Hornets have to do better. They have to improve as they progress in this dynasty if they're talking about winning another championship. The Hornets no doubt ran the HBCU world, but they want to run the college football world now. And the first thing we have to do is reflect on season 6 and see what the Achilles heel are and work on getting better from there. So let's get into the season 6 review. The first game was against the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, the Rambling Wreck from Atlanta, Georgia. They was ranked number 17 at the time and had one of the best running backs in the country. This was the season debut and Alabama State debut for redshirt freshman Trey Tyler, who didn't play bad, but he didn't play great either. But that's mainly due to the fact that these receivers continue to drop the ball. They're so inconsistent. But we did get to see Leon Hill for the first time, the redshirt freshman for California. He had 4 sacks on the season along with 21 tackles. And then there goes Leon Henderson, the Big L. He had a career high 4 rushing touchdowns. And again, I told you, he had 23 touchdowns in the season, over 1,600 yards rushing. Both led the nation. We beat Georgia Tech, and then we go up to the northwest region of the country in Pac-12 territory. Well, Pac-10, my bad. The second game of the season was the outcoming party for 3 players. Trey Tyler, Don Robbie Smith, who was now known as Bob during this time, and then the 6'10 phenom from Idaho, Scott Jordan. On the season, he had 50 receptions, over 1,100 yards receiving, along with 12 touchdowns. The only Achilles heel with him is that he drops too many passes. He led the team with 19 drops, and we have to work on that during the offseason. But Trey Tyler, this was his first time having a 400-yard passing game, and he had 4 touchdowns on top of that. He was absolutely magnificent in his game. And then, of course, this run right here after the catch by Bob Smith, who later changed his name to Don Robbie. We'll be getting in that later. He took this thing all the way to the crib. This closed out the game. It gave us the lead, but we did have a scare, but we did overcome that. We beat Oregon State. Third game of the season, we're down in Longman, Mississippi in the reservation, taking on the Big Bad Braves. Henry Ortiz, the number 1 tight end at high school, caught his first touchdown of his collegiate career. As a matter of fact, he was named Freshman All-American. But Trey Tyler, with another stellar performance, throwing 6 touchdown passes. He threw 1 to Henry Ortiz, 1 to Don Robbie Smith, 1 to Scott Jordan, and 3 to Ryan Thompson, the number 1 jersey. As you see, Scott Jordan made that catch right there. The 6'10 phenom just has to work with his hands. But Ryan Thompson on this day caught 3 touchdown passes, including this long one right here, beating the DB and going into the end zone for a touchdown. An absolute magnificent performance by Ryan Thompson. Also, you saw our leader in sacks, William Dorsey, go off. He had 2 sacks in this game, along with 2 interceptions. One of those interceptions went for a pick 6, which was against Southern. We beat Alcorn State 42-30. We're back at the crib taking on the FAMU Rattlers from Tallahassee. And this game, everybody went off. You saw Leon Henderson, the Big L, making moves on the Rattlers defense. and getting down the sideline for a first down. You saw Ryan Thompson making catches up the middle and getting popped and getting baptized with the holy water. And then Trey Tyler throwing absolute dots all over the field, including this pass to Scott Jordan. But this game will forever be memorable for Richard McKinney. The true freshman, all the way from Indiana, caught his first catch, which resulted in a touchdown. And of course, how can we forget about this play right here? Ryan Thompson, for the first time in his collegiate career, returns a punt for a touchdown, taking this up the left side. Now, we thought that this would make an impact for him for the rest of the season, but it didn't. And of course, how can we forget? Don Robbie, after the name change, made his first catch for a touchdown, and that was a wrap after the first half. We won on a second quarter explosion, and eventually we won the game 77-14. We go down to Daytona Beach, Florida, a place that has given us all kind of problems in the past, but this time we faced no problems at all. We didn't have to worry about adversity. Don Robbie Smith had one of the best games of his collegiate career, along with Scott Jordan. Trey Tyler was throwing absolute dots once again. Leon Henderson scoring a touchdown. I believe he scored 2 touchdowns if my memory is correct. And of course, we beat them 52-7. So then we're back at the crib. We're taking on the Texas Southern Tigers. They're coming in from Houston. They're 3-3. The defense had to bail us out of a lot of bad situations. There goes Brad Anderson getting his first interception of the season. He had 2 on the season, as a matter of fact. And then William Dorsey flying to the quarterback, getting sacks. Leon Henderson said, "Don't take all the sacks. I want some too." And then there goes another one right there. Well, that's another view of Leon Hill's sack. But look at Don Robbie Smith. What a season he had. Heisman Trophy winner, Biletnikoff Award winner, 20 touchdown catches, 2 more on the ground, over 1,700 yards rushing, 82 receptions. I'm sure if this was real life, all those would be Alabama State records. And then look at the big L Leon Henderson going up the gut on that play. Trey Tyler looking for Henry Ortiz on this pass play right here. Again, it wasn't our best performance on offense, but the defense did what they had to do to bail us out of a lot of situations. And look at Robert Boyd, who had 5 sacks on the season along with 30 tackles. We beat Texas Southern 35-14 with 6-0. We're back at the crib this time taking on the Southern Jaguars. Now this game was nuts. We struggled in the first half. Eventually Southern would take the lead on us. They was up 19-14. And we had to go on an absolute aerial assault in the second half in order to win this game. There goes William Dorsey, though, getting his first pick 6 in his collegiate career, as we was up 27-19 at this time. And look at Trey Tyler's season. Over 4,400 yards passing, 44 touchdowns, a quarterback rating of over 200, 202.6 to be more precise. As a matter of fact, Trey Tyler threw 7 touchdown passes in that game. So then we beat Southern, and here goes the Magic City Classic in Huntsville, the 256. A third quarter explosion, looking like the Golden State Warriors in real life for the NBA. Look at this run, though, by Scott Jordan after the catch. Absolutely amazing. You could tell he does mad feet work. Wendell Davis got his first pick 6 of his collegiate career. Picking this pass off, if it was deflected by William Dorsey, taking it all the way back. And at that point, the route was on. And how can we forget about Leon Henderson taking this ball up the right side, making that man miss right there, and cruising into the end zone for another touchdown. We put them in a split. We beat them 66-17. And this was arguably our worst performance of the regular season. The Jackson State Tigers always give us hell. They're very stingy. They always bring it on defense, but look at low down dirty Shane Harris. Shane had just under 500 yards rushing along with 5 touchdowns. We had to depend on the run game for the most part to win this game. Trey Tyler didn't have the best game. He threw 2 interceptions, but this screen pass to Don Robbie Smith pretty much sealed the deal for us. We had to depend on defense because Jackson State just wouldn't give up for nothing. Also, Don Robbie ran for a touchdown, but in the end, we beat Jackson State 35-28. And then we got the season finale, well, not the season finale, the SWAC finale versus the Grambling State Tigers on the road. Don Robbie Smith did what he do best. Look at this though. Look at Ryan Thompson. He should have did a better job blocking. And I did an unnecessary juke move right there. But nevertheless, we depended on Leon Henderson's power to get him in the end zone. Our interception leader on the season was Brad Jones, the true freshman out of Florida. 4 interceptions, this one for a pick 6, 1 tackle for loss, along with 16 tackles. And then, of course, we had to get turnovers in this game to get us the victory because our receivers were tweaking. You saw Scott McFarland recover that ball. Look at this fumble right here. You see William Dorsey getting the sack. Look at Blake Clayton. And Brad Anderson recovers that ball. Defense did their thing once again. We get out of Grambling with a 44-15 victory. And now the season finale versus the Big Ten's Wisconsin Badgers, who's ranked number 20. We need this win. We need to prove that we can play with the big boys, right? Well, there goes Blake Clayton, our impact player at strong safety, having an All-American year. 34 tackles, 5 for loss, 3 interceptions, and 2 forced fumbles. The man was an absolute monster at strong safety. So eventually Trey Tyler went down in this game. He didn't come back until late 4th quarter. So we had to depend on our run to win us this game because we wasn't going to trust Peter Burnett. Keon Peterson did a good job with the carries he had. He had 2 touchdowns on the season, and low down Dirty Shane Harris sealed the deal with that touchdown. We beat Wisconsin, and now we're playing a team in Mississippi Valley State for the SWAC championship game who need this win to be bowl eligible. They went up 14-0 early just like they did last season, but those Hornets don't give up. Ben Williams, 8 tackles on the season, 6 tackles for loss. Ben Williams and Scott McFarland held down the fort up front inside, but they could have been a lot better. And here goes a Heisman Trophy moment for Don Robbie Smith as he makes that catch. This game also featured Brandon Ross. He was dominating up front. He had like 15 pancakes in this game, if my memory is correct. And that was enough to get him Best Offensive Lineman of the Year. We're the SWAC champions once again. And then things just came tumbling downhill versus the LSU Tigers in the national championship game. We could not do anything with them up front. We couldn't cover them downfield. A.J. Moore's turned into Marshawn Lynch versus the New Orleans Saints and the Arizona Cardinals, showing the beast-quake move he had. And then John Green just ran the ball all over us, looking like Vince Young from back in the day with the Texas Longhorns. Look at this right here. I still can't believe that happened. Just ran straight through 2 defenders and went into the end zone for a touchdown. And then how can I forget this play? Last play of the game, they scored. They didn't need it. I thought they was going to do the victory formation, but they didn't. And in the end, they put hands on us. They put us in a spliff, and they smoked us all the way to oblivion. They beat us 62-27. We'll take that back, 63-27. And we had to watch them carry that crystal ball off the field. We will not forget this moment. We will be reminding these players of what they play for, what the standard is. And right now, LSU is at where we need to be at. So be on the lookout for the first off-season video. Thank you for watching. Peace.